welcome to CodeWave. My name is Abubakar Ahmad, and in this video I will be teaching you on how to make a full website. Of course it is in parts, this is part 1, but I'll be teaching you on how to make a website using HTML, which is Hypertext Markup Language, and CSS, which is Cascading Style Sheet. Before we begin, I just wanted to explain to you that HTML is basically the skeleton of the website. It's the structure and it holds everything up. CSS is basically like the skin, which wraps around the skeleton. It brings in the color, it brings in the style, the vibe, and it makes it more beautiful to look at. So I'm going to start by showing off my previous websites that I have made, and yeah, I'm using this text editor. It's called Sublime Text. It is really good for beginners. Of course you can use anything you want, you can use any text editor. It's just the languages that matter, but I highly recommend Sublime Text for beginners. You can also use Visual Studio, you can use Spider. Of course Spider is for Python. As you can see over here on my left, on the left, you can see it is HTML over here. On the right is CSS. So I'll be teaching you how to also connect them together. It's very easy, and yeah, I'm going to show you my previous websites. This website, it took me about like one week to complete. It's my best website that I've made, as you can see. So you will also be making websites like this pretty soon. This is my other website. So this is like a personal blog. It's not yet finished, of course, but yeah. So today I will be teaching you the basics and just like a clear understanding of what HTML and CSS are and how they can connect. So let's start by creating a new file. Let's save all this first. Okay. So as you can see, click on File, click on New File. Same thing on my right, click on File, and then you click on New File. So then for here you can go to View, Syntax, HTML. Of course selecting the programming language is different for different text editors. On Visual Studio it is different, on Sublime Text, which is the one I'm using right now, it is different, but it is your choice on what to use. So as you can see, I've selected HTML on my left, and it's showing on the bottom. I don't know if you can see. So let us do the same thing on the right. Let's click on it, View, Syntax, CSS over here, as you can see. So first we will be starting by coding in HTML, because of course, as I said, it is the skeleton. We cannot start with CSS and then do HTML later. So on the left there are a few codes written in HTML. You can copy them down, feel free. So basically, as you can see over here, it is written doctype HTML. This basically is giving instruction to the it's giving instruction that this is a HTML coding language. It's like starting up a HTML program, something like that. So let us start our title with a let's say website home. We are going to save all. Okay. So over here it is important to create a new folder and save this file in that new folder dedicated to your websites, like mine over here. For example, you go over here, documents, you can see websites. These are all the websites. So let us name it index. Oh, okay, that is already taken. Let us say web dev for HTML. Save. Now for CSS it will be dev web. Great. So CSS we are going to do it later. Let us first focus on doing HTML. So in this video I'm going to teach you how to make input types, buttons, and also how to just to play around with the heading and the background color for beginners. So let us save all, right click and open in browser. It will usually open in Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge depending on what your main browser is. So let us click open in browser. As you can see here, the browser name is website and home. So if you were to change that and just say website, clicking on save all, refreshing the page, it will just be website. As you can see, you can name it whatever you want. So let us close all these tabs. These are the websites that I showed you I made in the last video, as you can see. Yeah, I didn't show this one, it's not yet done. Okay, so let us close all of these. Okay. So if we wanted to change the background color to, let's say, white to blue or to anything, it is very simple. As you can see, the background color is white, which is bland, and we do not want that. So let's go back to our Sublime text editor. So it's really simple. We just have to go into body. We have to go inside the tag, space, body, BG color, standing for background color. We can say maybe blue. We can save this, save all, or refresh, and the website background will become blue in color. We can do orange, we can do yellow, Oh, sorry, I misspelled website color, the background color of the website yellow. As you can see, it is now yellow. So in HTML, not all colors you type in, let's say English, will be recognized. Not all. If you want something more specific, okay, of course you can say like maybe light green, blue, violet. That will work, but some more specifics will not be recognized. So that is why we have HTML color codes. You can easily get these color codes through a website called HTML color codes. Okay, my internet is not loading right now, but you can just type it in and you can click on any link providing it. So yes, you can choose what color you want, and you just have to copy and paste the code in your text editor. So yeah, so now we have the ability to change the background color of our website. Let's start by making a heading or a title to our website. We can click on enter. We can create a opening tag, heading 1, and we can close the tag by / and then repeating the same thing. So the closing tag is just basically the opening tag, but with a / like this. And then inside the tag we can say my first web site. It is very simple. We can click on file, save all, can go back to our browser, refresh. As you can see, our title is over here, as you can see. So if you want to change the size of your font or the text, we can, let's say, do heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6 being the smallest. So it's heading 1 is the largest, heading 6 is the smallest, and then heading 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, of course, 4 is bigger than 5, 3 is bigger than 4, you know, so like that. So yeah, let's choose heading 3, and the text has become smaller, as you can see. So let's make it bigger again with heading 1. So now if you want to change the font, if it looks too boring or it looks too common, and you want your website to pop out more, it's very easy. You can simply, just like in this tag, as you can see, you can go inside heading 1 space. There is this specific tag to change the size, color, and yeah, just like the size and color and the font of the text you have written. You can do this by typing font style and then font family. A font I like using is called Verdana, and then you can also close this. Sorry, you can you can just keep it that way. Or another way of adding the font is to just put it within the heading tag. You can do it like this. Yeah, and you can also close the font tag like this. So each tag has a closing tag. There are some tags which don't need a closing tag, by the way. So I hope you have also included this tag in your text as well. So let's click on File, Save All. Let's go back to our browser and let us refresh the page. As you can see, the font has changed. Also with the heading 1, the text has become slightly larger. So yeah, if you want to maybe change the color of the font or the text, you can also do this within the same tag we changed our font in. So like after the quotation mark, you can maybe say color. You can maybe say blue, color blue. Save all, and then all the text will become blue. So a pretty cool thing about HTML is you can change like the color of each letter. So it doesn't always have to be every letter is the same color. You can change everything and make it a rainbow if you would like. So let us do this by maybe creating so let us make this one. Okay, sorry, let us make website the color blue. So we will be using the font tag again. Font style, no sorry, it's font color. The style is already there, we just need a color. Font color blue. We close the tag where over here like this, as you can see. You can copy this, save all, of course go back to a browser and refresh. So as you can see, this one, these words are black. Website is the only one which is blue, which is pretty cool. And yeah, and also if you want to align the text in the center or the left, center, right, you can also do that by going inside the heading 1 tag and typing this code, which is align. You can say align center. Save all. Now it is in the center. You can also do this by typing right, save all. As you can see, the text will be on the right over here. Let us place it in the center for our design. Like this. And if you want to create a underline on the bottom of the text, is very simple. Just a click on enter, go below the this one, the heading 1 tag, and just simply type hr/close tag. Now this is one of the tags that I spoke about, not having a closing tag. This tag doesn't need a closing tag. It stands for horizontal line, which makes like a line below your text to make it more just seem more better. So let's click on save all, refresh. As you can see, there is a underline on the bottom of my text. So now we want to create input texts like the one you see on websites that need your login credentials, the parts where you enter your first name, last name, email, password. So that is pretty easy. So we go back to our text editor, we click on enter, and we type form. this tag makes us, like, it allows us to make those it allows us to make those designs. So this tag, the form tag, simply lets us make those like just lets us make those designs of entering the login credentials, such as you see on certain websites. So let's click on enter. So now we are actually typing inside the tag. We are not so if we actually type over here, we are typing outside the tag, which would be like in the open website, but we are actually typing inside the form that we want. So let us start by typing a tag called input. As you can see, input type equals quotation mark, and then this is where you will type your the type of form you want. Either you want to like make a password or a text form, you know. So we'll also be making the password. So first let us make the text, which allows you to just type in, you know, whatever you want. Name, you can do maybe fname, which can be first name, or a common thing websites do with the code is make placeholders. This allows okay, this just, like, you know, lets you know what to put inside the form. So let's say first name required. So this is gonna tell you it's gonna tell you that it's important to write your first name, and you cannot continue without writing your first name. Like on certain websites, it will not allow you to sign up or log in without entering your email, password, or anything missing or anything incorrect. So let us do the same thing with the others. We can do input type text. We can do placeholder, last name required, input type text, can do placeholder, email required, input type. Now this is where the password comes in. Instead of typing text, we will be typing password. Password. Password required. So let's click on save all. Let's go back to our website. As you can see, our form is here. So let us type the name, and then over here we can type the password, which cannot be shown. You can enable the you can enable the ability to show your password using JavaScript. Right now we are just using HTML. I will get on JavaScript in my later videos. So this is where you enter your password. Yes. And if you want to make a button, a sign-in button, which can, like, you know, also allow you to go to another website or something like that, you can also do that. We are still in the form, but to be more organized, we'll be making a horizontal line like the one we did over here. We can enter, we can type, we can, okay, there are two ways to make buttons in HTML. We can either do input type button, we can do sign in, or you can just put whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Save all, you can go over here. Okay, so the issue with using input for the button, so since we used the input tag to make our button, as you can see, it's like really squished and it doesn't look great as a button. So we will need a CSS to make it look better and to make it more stretched out. So for now we'll be using another tag, which is the button tag. So if we would delete this and type the button tag, which is just button simply, we can do sign in, or you can do anything. You can put let's say this one, or let's say pizza, you know, something like that. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, so you can add that. And as you can see, I changed up the layout of my form since it was really messy. Now it's neat. I use the horizontal line tag under every input tag. You can do the same thing. Click on save all, go back to your website, refresh, and there you go, your button has now been created. And a cool thing that will happen, if you click on your button, this pop-up will appear on the form. Please fill in this field. This works by typing required. As you can see, it only works by typing required. If you delete required, it will not pop up. So let us just skip that. So now, as an example, using CSS to maybe make the button more colorful or make the button better, it's really simple. You can go back to our text editor. Now we'll be switching to the right. Actually, we will be using both. Let me show you how. So now, in order to connect HTML and CSS, you'll need a special tag. Remember, these are two different programming languages. It's like there are two different like tabs open, you can say that, but you want to make two of them into one. You want to connect them. So go all the way up to the top of the HTML tag. Above title, over here, click on enter. Below that, type link. Click on enter. Style sheet type text /CSS. This stands for hyperlink reference. Hyper, H for hyper, no sorry, H for hyperlink, REF for reference. So it is hyperlink reference. So over here we are basically typing in the name of the CSS, the name we saved the CSS as. We can say dev web dot CSS. These always have to be matching, or else it will not work. Click on file, save all, go back to your browser and refresh. Now it is working. Now they are both connected. So now in order to change the color and okay, let's just change the color and also other options to the button by adding a class inside the button. So basically a class in HTML, it's like assigning someone a name. So you put that name in CSS and you can customize what happens to that name, you know, like you can basically change the color and everything. It's like being more specific to the button. I'm sorry, I'm not so sure how to explain it. but I'll just code and you will follow my steps. So let's set our class as Minecraft. So in CSS we can start our code by typing dot Minecraft. Sorry, craft. Now dot is specific to the class type in HTML. This is what I meant by connecting CSS and HTML together using this tag, as you can see. So now we'll be going back to CSS. Sorry about that. We'll be going into CSS. We'll be opening the brackets. So let's say we'll be opening the box. Just imagining by opening a box. So now in CSS we've opened the bracket. Now we can maybe say background color. As you can see, why I really like Sublime Text is it does stuff for you. You don't have to type everything manually. That is why it is amazing for beginners. So let us start by typing background color. As you can see, all the other options are over here. Background color. Background color, since our website background color is yellow, let us make it blue to match our text. As you can see, there is blue violet, sky blue, dark blue, Alice blue, cadet blue, light blue, royal blue, and many colors. Of course, some colors are not recognizable by HTML. In English, you will need to use this thing called a hex code, also known as HTML color code. So let us enter blue. So now our button will become blue. Let's click on file, save all, go back to our browser and refresh. As you can see, our button has become blue, but our text, which is sign in, it is not really readable. So in order to do that, we go back to our CSS. We assign our text a color. We do this by just typing color. That is it. Color, we can say white to make it pop out more out of the button, so it is easily readable. We go back to our website, refresh, and our button is more readable. And since it's a button, of course, it has to behave more like a button. So if our cursor is on top of it, our cursor has to turn into like a pointer to let the user know that they can click on the button, and so if you want to do that, it's very simple. Let's go back to our CSS. We can do cursor, which is talking about, which is like assigning this cursor pointer. So it's basically saying when the cursor is on top of the button, or it's hovering on top of the button, it turns into a pointer. So let us click on save all, go back to our browser and refresh. So I'm going to hover my cursor on the button and it turns into a pointer. So now I can click on it. Of course, I could click on it before, but this adds more depth and style into our website. So that is it for today. My name is Abu Bakr Umar, and this was episode 1 of the website journey for beginners. I will be uploading more videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, and yeah, I love you, I guess.